Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Layman's Terms, your source of ignorance and drunken banter. I am the layman. It's been a minute since I last recorded. I had to get through a holiday called Thanksgiving and a literally turkey coma. But I did it. This is the last episode of the Halloween month for October, and it's December. What are you gonna do? I don't know. As promised, I was supposed to do Psycho. I was on the Escape Pod with Don and Brady and Dragon Buddy, and I talked about I was going to do Psycho. So I did Psycho. I watched the movie. I took notes. I have the Hitchcock collection up there, and yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it all the way through. So, but first and foremost, I always give shout outs because the Escape Pod has failed to give shout outs to their friends and on the Red 5 network, so I might as well check out the Cyborg Cantina with Dave and Jason. They're always talking about Star Wars. The Escape Pod, like I said, they're always drunk and talking about dicks and shit. And there's always the podcast of Pain with Darius Payne. What up, Darius? I do like that show. That's my new favorite show. There's Comics and Cosmetics. That's with Danny. Danny, I saw your video. You need anything, you reach out to me, kid. If you want to talk, I don't care. We'll talk. We'll shoot this shit. I got your back, sister. That's my sister from another mister. There's the Scare of Scuttlebutt podcast with the Scuttle Daddy himself, Ro. With him always is Chantel, and I think they always have guests on and everything. And then Chantel has her own show called Scare After Dark, where she literally whips dudes. So that's not for the faint of heart. There's the Orange and Fett show. You can check those guys out. They're two brothers from Idaho, in your own private Idaho. There's who else am I missing? There's Sweet Studios. He's been on hiatus just like me for a whole month. So yeah. But I don't want to get into Psycho first. First, I want to talk about the Green Ranger. Jason David. What's his name? Jason David. David Frank David Jason. Jason David Frank. Okay, yeah. Jason David Frank. He passed away maybe a couple weeks ago to suicide, and this guy was always fan friendly, always talked to people, always gave everyone a huge amount of encouragement no matter what, always posted pictures, just a really solid, good dude. Always gave advice. He was going to do a GameStop tour, which he sounded like he was really excited about. The problem was he was getting a divorce from his wife, and I think it kind of set him off. Listen, even the people who you think that have it all together don't have it all together, you know. So guess what, bro? I'm gonna pour a shot for Jason David Frank. Oh, this is cold. Yeah, man. And Gallagher. Gallagher passed away too. Oh, man. Actually, this is my nightcap. Jason David Frank. That goes down way smoother. That really sucks, too. I wanted to meet him. Green Ranger was my favorite. So after the Halloween episodes, I don't know what I'm doing next. So if you want to comment or like or subscribe to this video and maybe give me some suggestions, I'm all for it. Christmas is basically here. I put up lights before Thanksgiving. The tree's been up since October. So Christmas threw up and keeps on throwing up in my house. But yeah. Psycho. Obviously directed by Hitchcock. It was based on a book by the same name of Psycho. It was based on the killer Ed Gein. I'll get into a little bit about Ed Gein. He was his father left him when he was a kid. He was a promoted grave robber. Way back in the day, when someone died, they would what would they do? They'd dig a hole and put the casket in and never cover the dirt. We'll do it in the morning, you know? Well, the reason why you cover the dirt the same day is because of Ed Gein, because he was a grave robber. He stole the bodies and made nipple belts. Is he a psycho, or is he just a fashion designer ahead of his time? I don't know, man. I saw that couch made of human faces. It's very different. Anyway, and he had a overprotective and overbearing mother, which drove him crazy to commit these murders. And come to find out that he dug up his mother and put him in the house and put her in her body, her corpse in the house. I think that's what happened. The book was written by Robert Bloch. It was based on a novel by 1959, and the movie was made in 1960. Focuses on Norman Bates, a deeply disturbed man who operates Bates Motel, crazy due to his domineering mother. Often a cross-dresser and kills people. The movie starred Anthony Perkins, Vera Miles, John Gurman, Marty Balsaric, John McTane, and Janet Lee. Janet Lee is what's her face? Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis. It's her mom. Produced by Paramount Studios. The budget was $806,000. Yeah, thousand, and it made $50 million at the box office. It was the first movie to show a toilet. I think that's great. The film crew, it went back to black and white because he did North by Northwest. Hitchcock did, and he went back to the original black and white. His original crew of the Alfred Hitchcock Presents worked on the movie. I didn't know that. It won 4 Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actress, Lee, and Best Director, which is Hitchcock. It's arguably the best horror movie he's ever done. Maybe to be the prelude of the slasher films. It was probably among of the greatest films of all time, considered to be the earliest examples of the slasher genre. I talked about that. The Library of Congress deemed it culturally and historically significant and preserved in the U.S. National Film Registry. So that being said, we'll get into the movie itself. And if you haven't seen Psycho, I'm not doing it any justice. You just need to go out and rent this movie and watch it, because I've always been a promoter of, listen, this is a great movie because of this, and you should watch it. I can tell you all day about this movie, but you have to go to, not the video store, but go upstairs to your house and click yes on Psycho and watch it on your digital thing, because I have a DVD player right here. I'm still in the 2000s. Okay, look at the video cassette right there. I'm still stuck in the 90s. You know, I'm not changing. I ain't changing for anybody. I got vinyl, for Christ's sakes. So, a woman steals a significant amount of money from her work because she's having an affair with a married man. So, if she thinks that she steals the money, then she can help her boy toy out get a proper divorce and divorce settlement, and then they can get married. She basically runs away and goes to Bates Motel when she's murdered by Norman Bates' mother. Her sister, I think it's Janet Leigh got murdered. Her sister comes and looks around, and they find that Norman Bates' mother has been dead, and Norman Bates has been playing the part of his mother for years. And the end of the movie, it just all makes sense, because the psychotherapist comes in, well, he's fucking crazy, man, and just goes on this diatribe of just like, you know what, listen, like, he poisoned his mother and her boyfriend, and he never got over it. And what happened was he just psychologically just became his mother. He would get drunk and dress up as his mother and have the same mannerisms as her. That's what happens when you have a domineering mother. It's just crazy. So the mother would literally just, Norman Bates just snaps and he takes on the persona of his mother, which is weird, because here's the thing. If he is his mother now, don't you think that she would look down like, why the hell do I have a penis? See? You don't think about this shit. I do. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. Anyway, I think that's basically it. There's so many other things that I wanted to do for Halloween. I wanted to do scary stories to tell in the dark. I think I did scary stories to tell in the dark. I did. Tales from the Dark Side, Tales from the Crypt, monsters. I just wanted to do all that stuff. I wasn't very prepared. Maybe later on down the line, I'll do the anthology of Tales from the Dark Side, because that was my favorite show growing up. That was Romero. He did do a couple of Stephen King adaptations of like Word Processor of the Gods. He did something else, I forget. I think Monkey Shines. Monkey Shines was fucking scary as shit. Have you ever read the short stories? Oh, Monkey Shines was scary as fuck. It was just labeled Monkey. It was fucking scary. It was straight up terrifying. That and 1408. 1408 was scary as shit. I'm talking about the story, not John Cusack's career. I think that's it. That's all I got, man. Sorry. Ill prepared. But that's the name of the show, layman's terms, because then you don't know what happened. Okay, this is what happened. Let me show you a story. I'm going to tell you a story. Hang on. Check this shit out. Long story short, we got cats. We got 2 cats. My elder cat passed away. His name was Boo. He's a black cat. Coolest fucking cat ever, man. He was awesome. And I think he died of a heart attack. A little while later, we adopted 2 cats. Their brothers are from the same litter. Just really, cool, well-mannered sweetheart of cats, okay? So they come into the house and look right here. They scratched my autograph of Darcy and Joe Bob Briggs. I don't know. They can't be forgiven. I'm gonna have to kick them out or euthanize them, or maybe both. Kick them out, then euthanize them from the neighborhood. Crazy Layman is at it again. But yeah, but I think the family is really happy with these cats. It's just funny. They're so goofy. One cat has a lizard, and you throw it's like a rubber lizard, and you throw it. He chases after the rubber lizard. I think it's so cool. One's Checkers and one's Whiskers, but their real names was Elizabeth and Lorenzo. So you can't use their old names. I'm like, why? Why can't you? And then give the poor cat a complex. What's my name? I don't know. So I just say, hey, you cat, stop doing that. So 16 minutes. Okay, let's go. Real quick about Magic the Gathering. I talked about the 30th anniversary, the playing cards where they reprinted all the boxes. They made 25,000 copies of it, and only 1,900 were sold. It's bad. That's really bad, and you know, I think the stock's going down. So I mean, it doesn't look good for Hasbro. You can find me on YouTube. Please click and subscribe to this video. Please click and subscribe. I'm at 49 subscribers, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much for enduring this bullshit of a show, this cheap bullshit of a show, because I don't have a computer. I just have a phone. But I was told by Brady Big Lovin' that I can use his technology whenever I want to. If I want to have like, say if I want to have like a show and I have like people come on, that'd be awesome. I should do that one of these days. I'm gonna write that down. Just have a show and just have a couple of people. And what do you want to talk about? I want to talk about lamps. What? Yes, lamps. They're made of people. People. So I think that's it. I think that's all I got. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I think we have a lot to be grateful for. I'm grateful that we don't have to wear a mask anymore. But December, I don't know what's going on in December. Maybe I'll do movies. Maybe I'll do a movie watch with White Christmas. That'll be fun. So I'll be watching White Christmas and you'll be watching me watch White Christmas. But you can watch White Christmas with me as I watch White Christmas. Do you see what I'm talking about? So say if I turn on White Christmas, okay, I'm hitting the play button now. That's when you hit the play button now. And then we're together watching White Christmas, and then we can comment. You know, maybe I'll make it a live stream on Facebook. That'd be kind of cool. That's something to do. That's something very festive. Or we can get into the Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone. Hang on. It's right here. Yes. That's Paramount also. Yeah. No, it's straight to my head. Twilight Zone. They only made 2 Christmas episodes of the Twilight Zone. Night of the Meek and Five Fingers in Search of a Way Out. And Night of the Meek is probably one of my favorite episodes. Department store Santa gets drunk, and for one night he gets this magic sack, and he gets to be Santa Claus and deliver all presents. Really great episode. I really like the score of Noel. Da, 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 da. That's it. And I love it. It's my favorite episode. I'll watch it every year. I wanted to start a tradition with my family when we watch old movies. Not National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, although that is a great one. I'm talking about like It's a Wonderful Life, because I want to teach my family. It's like, you know what? It's not about what's underneath the tree. It's about who's around the tree. But I did see the two cats sleeping underneath the Christmas tree. So basically, it is about what's underneath the tree. And two cats that we adopted, that we saved two lives. So, but I guess that's really what matters. Anywho, I've been talking your all for 20 minutes. Please like and subscribe to Layman's Terms. Hit the like button. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Sorry it's been so long since I recorded. Life happens. And that's all I really have to say. Life happens, and you gotta move forward. Whatever you gotta do, just keep pushing forward. Keep swimming, keep swimming. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.